attack on the democratic rights and civil liberties of individuals that are guaranteed by the Constitution. What we therefore see is the undermining of the Indian Constitution and change the character of the Indian Republic. All the four fundamental pillars, foundational pillars of the Indian Constitution, that is secular democracy, federalism, social justice, and economic sovereignty. Every single of these fundamental pillars is under assault today. The implementation of the fascistic RSS agenda of their Hindutva Rashtra requires a unitary state structure, which is completely contradictory to the federal state structure that is given in our Indian Constitution. So, to achieve this objective, they are simultaneously undermining, that is the government, BJP government, undermining the independence and authority of every single institution created by the Indian Constitution. Beginning from the Parliament itself, laws are made without any discussion whatsoever. The judiciary, the election commission, the CBI, the ED, every one of these independent institutions, their independence will be compromised, and there is a determined attempt also in this process to aggressively carry forward this agenda while not paying any concern whatsoever to the problems that people are facing. There's no question of any relief to all the mishandling of the COVID pandemic by this central government. We have seen the manner in which corpses have floated on rivers like the Ganga, but the concern for people's livelihood, their growing unemployment, their hunger, their poverty, none of that has any priority with this government. On the contrary, today I think is the 14th time that the price of petrol has been hiked, petrol and diesel. You have this constant daily rises in the prices leading to a galloping inflation, which is compounding the miseries of the people. But at the same time, when they are ruining the lives of the majority of our people, pursuing this direction of undermining our Constitution and its independent institutions, it has succeeded, which we must recognize, in creating an overarching Hindutva identity in our country, which is the mainstay, that is the sharpening of communal polarization through the spread of hatred and violence, polarizing the Indian society. This sharpening of communal polarization is the main stay for their political and electoral mobilization. That reality we must recognize. So therefore, under these circumstances, it is essential that the BJP has to be isolated and defeated in order to strengthen the people's struggles for a better life, to safeguard the secular democratic character of the Indian Republic and the Indian Constitution. Isolating the BJP cannot be achieved only electorally, but it will have to be undertaken by conducting sustained efforts in the political, ideological and cultural social spheres. This 23rd Party Congress will discuss the concrete steps that need to be undertaken to strengthen the struggle against this Hindutva agenda. The foremost task before us in this Congress, therefore, is to focus on substantially increasing the independent strength of the Cpim and its political intervention capacities. On this basis, to strengthen the unity of the left forces, sharpening class and mass struggles. And on that basis of these struggles, to forge the unity of left and democratic forces on the basis of an alternative program, which will be the alternative to the ruling bourgeois landlord classes. And in order to defeat the BJP, to forge the broadest possible front of all secular forces against Hindutva communalism. These four measures are the direction in which we'll concretize in this Congress deliberations how we'll proceed on this basis. And therefore the CPIM appeals to all left secular democratic forces to come together in order to isolate and defeat the BJP. All political parties that proclaim secularism must rise to the occasion to discharge this patriotic duty.